Wait, did it already fucking crash? What the fuck happened? Okay. I'm gonna make sure that's running. That's running. Okay. Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Gonna be testing some things out, so maybe we can get that rolling. I should start doing that actually. I think that would make a lot of sense. Let me try playing with this real quick. Hold on. Gotta test this out. So we gotta connect this and click on this. Don't switch. Okay, so they're still having issues, I see. Okay, I gotta check that out. So my Discord is having some issues, I see. Oh wait, there it goes. So we got that. So it should pop up something soon then. Hopefully we can get that rolling. Let's customize this a little bit. Bear with me here. I'm trying to just test random things here. Let's see, so we'll open that. Don't tell me Steam needs to update right now. Come on. Guess that's what I get for opening Steam. There we go. Alright, cool. Alright, so I gotta fix all that still. I got other settings I need to adjust. Yes, repeat. Sorry, YouTube under your name. Oh, what's up? I'm still testing things out. I'm trying to get this running. I've been having some issues. I'm trying to test out my other channel too. My main channel is obviously up and running on Twitch, but I'm trying to get my second YouTube channel as well. There we go. Okay, so I can't fucking launch my own program? Alright. Cool. Thank you, Steam. Very cool. Yay. No, you fuck ass. God damn it. I also do Twitch, but I'm taking a break. Why is that? Fucking Steam is starting to drop my frames. Fuck, man. I hate how everything needs a fucking update to even start using nowadays. Like everything. With the new Xbox One and all that shit. Or, sorry, old now, I guess I should say. Because I just don't upgrade a lot of my stuff. I just kind of sit there and update or upgrade when needed. So, like, I didn't get, like, an Xbox One until, like, a couple years ago. Just want to test this all around with some rambling. Been streaming every day for 3 years. I used to stream every day, but with job and other stuff and trucking, it really got in the way. I used to stream out of my truck, but it started to be. But at times I'd be in areas with low reception, so I couldn't. But that's good. How far are you along? It's been a month. That's a long ass time. Man, you're high as shit. What the fuck? It's gonna take 45 minutes for it to goddamn open? Alright. Fuck me, I guess. Holy fuck, man. Where's my task manager? I'm killing this bitch. Where's Steam at? I'm gonna fucking kill it right now. Where the fuck is Steam? Steam. The fuck is Overwolf browser? That might be what's also lagging my shit too. And all this bitch. There we go. Fuck Steam. That's why my computer is running slower. Okay, so I figured it out now. Damn, nice. Pretty good amount of followers. Wait, I'm not sure which said JK2. I'm trying to get it all tested out. Alright. I still need to update the second Twitch account already. Fucking hell. Okay, I had the one notification from there. So I got that. All right, now let's try to actually open the application, or is it still going to be stupid? Oh, fantastic. That's why. Fuck you, Steam. You go fuck yourself. I guess I'm not doing what I wanted to do after all. So I guess I'm just rambling to a black screen. That's going to be cool, I guess. That'll always be fun. Fuck. So anyway, today I decided just to make a rambling stream just because I wanted just to ramble on. There's nothing in particular I wanted to talk about, but I did want to just talk. I was testing it out earlier this morning, and I really wanted to, get used to doing it again. It's been a while. Scorpion Bull. Who were you? Unfortunately, because the whole realm got hacked, everybody got kicked out and banned from it. Because someone joined the realm, because someone else invited someone else. They it's under my Discord name too. It's some sad furry emo. Excuse me. So so someone joined the Minecraft realm, or someone that didn't. No one gave them permission. They fucking invited them anyways, and this person was modded. They were playing, with a mod or several mods or some shit, and someone found their base, which had stacks of diamonds, stacks of bedrocks, a fucking end portal, and everything. They had like everything in this one little space. And I was like, what the fuck? That's not cool. All of us had to fucking grind for it, and this person had a mod. Uh, yeah, thanks for following. And I usually wait. Why is the alert not popping up? What the fuck? Seriously? There should be an alert. Why are my alerts not popping up? Yep, they're broken. Great. So I don't know what the fuck happened, but my alerts are broken. So there should have been something that popped up during that, but I guess not. I guess we'll go fuck ourselves. Yep, Twitch and something called over something browser, Overwolf browser.
Oh, that, yeah.
For some reason, it's running constantly.
I don't know. I don't know why it is. That's what I use for Steamforge.
Okay, well, it needs to stop on my account. I'm not. I know you didn't do it on my account. I'm just saying this needs to stop running on my account. Let's see here, and Twitch. We'll get that all sorted. What the fuck? My mouse started moving on its own. What the fuck are all these damn things? There's a lot of shit that got installed on my PC. I share my computer with my cousin, and he's close to Woodland Mansion 2. Okay, well, sorry. Let me get back to story because I keep rambling on. I keep, Anyways, so what happened was someone joined the realm. They had mods, and another player found that base and reported it to me like, "Hey, I don't, someone's hacking because they have a custom book. Their chest has like this weird name, and they have like stacks of diamond blocks. They have stacks of bedrock, and an end portal inside the house." And that I don't really let anyone join on call on my streams yet until I know them a lot better, because last thing I need is for the N word or something to be dropped. I've had unfortunately too many issues with that, with people wanting to chat on stream and end up dropping some racial slurs or some shit while we're playing a game, and I'm like, great, that's gonna fucking go well. So I actually have to fucking vet people now. Same thing with the fucking Minecraft realm. So, anyways, with the Minecraft realm, um, someone actually decided to, again. So the person that reported to me that, hey, I think this person's hacking. I said, hey, you know what? Put TNT blocks and pressure plates on the floor over there. So when someone spawns over there or walks in there, we'll know who did it if they get blown up by it. So they did it. Some time goes by. All of a sudden, someone joins the server, and hold on real quick. Uh, again. It doesn't matter what race. Everyone's equal. In my eyes, it's just anyone can say certain words. It's just it'll just fuck with me. But what up, cheesy chicken? So anyway, so someone joined into the realm, and it was they joined in. It was the person that got invited, and all of a sudden they joined into the realm, and then they left. So they joined the game and then left. Like they saved and quit the game, whatever. They didn't actually like leave the realm. And so the guy that set the TNT traps for me went back over there to explore. Sure enough, all the TNT traps had been set off. Before the TNT did was placed, he did destroy everything: the diamond blocks, the bedrock, end portal, everything. I told him to destroy everything, and I mean everything, destroy it all. So he did, and I appreciated that. Well, that person that was modding didn't like that at all. So I guess in the mod that they had, or the mods that they were using, they had access to an exploit, which Mojang still hasn't patched, all this many years, and you can Google this issue, and it's a pretty common issue, and basically the exploit allows you to pretend to authenticate yourself as an operator or like the owner of the realm. So in this case, they uh they exploited it to be like as if it was they were me. So they didn't have my password, they didn't have anything else. They used an exploit. So when Mojang connected to the server and asked for authentication, their account was sending back my account details basically. So it looked at me. So what they decided to do was, because they were mad as shit about everything, is they injected a code into the realm where anyone who, as soon as they joined in, it would automatically kick them and or ban them from the server, and it would leave a message. And it was like the message that everyone got was like, you've been kicked from the server, reason, or kicked by Josh Alter. They were trying to make fun of Josh Walter, who is a good person who I actually like playing games with a lot. And it said suck my dick, and I was like, what the fuck, I already had a long day at work, and I get messages about my realm is compromised and people can't log in, so I'm mad as shit. So I fucking fly home. I drive home as fast as I can. I jump on the realm on my phone and on the Xbox. I'm getting kicked out left and right. I can't fucking get into my own realm. The thing I actually paid for. I kept getting the same message too, that I was kicked from my own realm, the realm that I made it and owned and paid for, that I couldn't go in. So blah blah blah. Eventually, about an hour later, I was able to finally get back in. I had to erase the whole realm and install a backup, and I had to try different backups because the code was injected X amount of hours, so some of the backups were already infected. So when I did them and reapplied them, they automatically kicked you back out. But I found the backup old enough where people didn't lose a lot of shit, and it wasn't infected. So I put that backup in there, and then there we go. I do have Cold War. Where's my Xbox? I'll put my Xbox on the stream and fuck around, show you what games I got. I think I have Cold War. I don't know. I don't really play a lot of new games. I'm not a big fan of new games. Just not my cup of cum. Where the fuck's my HDMI cable, anyways? Where is my HDMI cable? Oh, it's right there. Hold on. I gotta weave through all these HDMIs. Oh, there we go, right there. Unplug that. Plug that in. There we go. Excuse me 1 second. Why did Minecraft... Well, the thing about cum is it's actually quite healthy for you. Tasha's stuff, yes, their stuff is okay. For the most part. Someone was fucking around in a house and it blew up a little bit of it, but I had them rebuild it, and the cobblestone and everything's back. Let me find out real quick. Give me a sec. I'll open the realm right now, or I'll go to the realm right now. Let me turn on my capture card, since apparently my shit didn't want to work. And then there we go. Okay, I guess my capture card doesn't want to connect. Give me 1 sec. You would think with the Elgato capture card, this shit would have already fucking, this shit would be really good, but it has so many stupid issues on my computer. I don't know why that is. No, I don't actually drink cum. It's just something I fuck around with. So, So yeah, so the realm got hacked. Everybody got kicked out, but I managed to get it back in, and nobody really lost anything. There it goes. See, now my notifications fucking work. That was supposed to pop up when you followed, but it didn't for some unforsaken reason. Let's find out why my Elgato capture card didn't go get initialized. Pretty sure it's something stupid. It's been doing that a lot where my capture card won't fucking work. Like, I've had more issues with this name brand capture card than I did with that ghetto one that I bought that, worked pretty damn good actually. The only issue is that it would overheat, so it would freeze. And I'd have to make sure I was watching my streams, otherwise the shit would fucking freeze. Uh, there's a new code, and I have to manually invite you because, again, thanks to the nice security breach, I've had to fix that. Let me find out real quick why my capture card's not going online, and I'm gonna invite y'all, so that way y'all are in. Yeah, see, yeah, you're gonna need permission. Okay, I don't know why my capture card's making audio noises like that. I had to mute that shit. Hold on. What the fuck happened? Alright, so something's fucky on my PC, and I'm starting to get pissed. Because it seems like every time, or it seems like recently my PC's just been acting up with stupid shit. So I'm trying to find out what the fuck's going on. Right now, I disabled the sound on your, I disabled on the sounds. I'm not giving out codes anymore, unfortunately. Thanks to those few people, those few bad apples, I can no longer give out codes. Hold on, I gotta find out why the fuck there's popping noises in my capture card. I want to play it, but my money went to Cold War. Again, as long as you're happy with what you got, that's all that matters. So in this case, you wanted to play Cold War? You played Cold War. And that's something that, you know, you should be happy with. That's something that you like. And that's good. Okay, cool. My capture card's finally up and running. Kind of. Give me a moment. I'll fix it right now so you can actually see. Now it should be on. There it is. No, it's literally just a capture card. It's I've only had this issue with my Elgato capture card. My generic capture card, it was called like Wii Star something, was super simple, no fancy bells and whistles. It just streamed in 1080p. That's it. That's all it did. And I loved it. It fucking ran fine. The Elgato one I decided to upgrade because I wanted to see, if it would be as better as it could be, but it really wasn't. It was, it's. I've been having issues with it. It's the Elgato HD60S. I didn't get the S Plus because I don't stream in 4K, nor do I see the point to doing that. But I'll invite you right now into the realm, Scorpion. Who else is on? Killing neatly. Well, that's good. I don't really play a lot of new games. I don't play a lot of new games. Honestly, my favorite console is my modded Wii or my GameCube. Oh, I still need to play the fucking Yakuza games. That's something I've been wanting to play is Yakuza. I've been wanting to try that series out because I want to see the lore of it. The memes look good, but you've told me that you played it and you love the series. You'll join tomorrow? Alright, well then, I guess there's no point for me opening this. That's literally the only reason why I open up Minecraft, because otherwise I don't care for it. Let's see here. I prefer to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 for the 360. I tried playing the remastered edition. I bought it because I wanted to play the campaign, but the campaign's so fucking buggy, like it cuts audio out a lot. I do like playing Modern Warfare 2 for the 360 though. That one's always fun. The graphics, people complain about graphics, but I've never been one to be like, if I can't fucking see every particle, if I can't see a ladybug jerking off on that blade of grass, I'm not playing this game. I'm mad. I paid this much money and I can't even see the little speck of dirt. It looks all blended and textured. I hate this. I've always been one where it's like, if the game's good, I don't give a fuck about the graphics. So I just play whatever entertains me. And honestly, I haven't even played like half of these games. Again, I'm an older game kind of guy, so like these games right here, I'll play these ones occasionally. Oh, I guess I don't have Cold War. Yeah, I guess I'm not a big fan of it, or I haven't played it yet. But a lot of them I don't really play. But the Modern Warfare series was my favorite series for sure. That one was fun. Plants vs Zombies is a fun game that I enjoyed. Super Hot. So just basic games like that, or the older Halos, those right there, man. Fucking love those. Yeah, I don't. I know I sound like a fucking boomer, just shitting on all that, but I prefer older games. That's just my preference. Newer games obviously have better graphics, better physics, more accuracy. Like when it comes to guns, to the point where I think in some games, like the sniper rifle, when you shoot it at a far distance, there's actually like a fucking curve. You know, I didn't really like the Black Ops series personally myself. I couldn't fully immerse myself into it, but the Modern Warfare series, for some reason, I fucking clicked into that. I fucking loved the whole shit in the beginning. What was his name? Zakiv or Zak something, and then it focused on Makarov in 2 and 3. Well, see, that's what you want to think, but if you look here, um, let's see here. So if we go, I think here's where a lot of my older games are. So Modern Warfare 3, because I wanted to play on it because on an Xbox One, if you want to play a 360 game, you have to download a 10 gigabyte update that doesn't do anything. God, you fuck ass. That does absolutely nothing other than basically give you permission. It's almost like a download. More options, manage game and add-ons. I think it would be. See, look at so fucking 10.8 gigs to play. And I have the disc for it. And again, I can't play this game without the disc. But yet, it has 10 gigs fucking installed on my hard drive for no fucking reason other than just to be like, oh yeah, you could play your 360 game now. And that's the fucked up part is it does that for every game. Fucking let me see here. Plants vs Zombies is the same fucking thing. Let me see here. Where's it at? Plants vs Zombies. It also had a big ass update. Okay, that one's actually not that bad. That one was a decent one. I thought I had a 10 gigabyte update too. And but like it makes no fucking sense because Modern Warfare 3 has I have it on a disc. I play it on the disc. That's why I can't play the game unless I have the disc inside. As you saw, I need a disc. So none of the game files other than my save data is on that fucking file, which was like 10 megabytes. Let's see, what was it? It was how many megabytes was my save file? 10 megs. 10 megabytes right there. But yet 10.8 gigs for nothing other than to be able to have the fucking privilege from Microsoft to put an Xbox 360 disc into the fucking tray to be able to fucking play my game that's already all on the CD. On a 360 with the 360 disc, you didn't need to download a fat ass update. You would have to download updates as they patch things, whatever. But you didn't have to download a whole ass another game just to play the game. You just put the disc in, close the tray, and what do you know? The game would boot up. And on Xbox One, they said, yeah, we do backwards compatibility. You just got to download a fat update, though. Let me see. I think Modern Warfare 2 is the same way. Let me see here. Let's see. That's the remastered. It's hit or miss for things. Oh yeah, look at that. Modern Warfare 2. And that's also again, I have it on disc. I don't actually play this on the thing or whatever. Yes, I play Modern Warfare 3 and it's one of my favorite it's my favorite Call of Duty game. Um but as far as everything else goes, like I mean that's good. Like I said, I mean it sounds like you like to brag or I guess the new kids say flex. It sounds like you like to flex that you prefer this, you have all this good stuff. But like, and I'm glad, I'm grateful for you. I'm pretty sure you had to grind for that. You had to get all those stats to get good, get a new PC, get a good PC, whatever. That's good. It's just After a while, it gets kind of tiring. Like, I'm pretty sure you have everything better than me. I don't upgrade a lot of my stuff. I upgrade when it's absolutely necessary. Like, I think recently I just started using, um, oh yeah, like again, like last year or 2 years ago, I barely got an Xbox One, and these things have been out for fucking what 7 years now, 8 years. Again, it's all good. It's just like every time I say something, like you're like, I'm gonna one up you. And again, you are. I can say with maybe 99.99% certainty that you are better than me when it comes to PC specs. You're better than me at a lot of shooting games. You're better than me with a lot of stuff. I'm not very good at a lot of things. I can play a little bit here and there of things, but I'm not very good at a lot of games. But you put on Tetris or Plants vs Zombies or just stuff like that. I enjoy, and the only game I'm even decent at, and again I'm decent. I'm not good. I'm decent at is Modern Warfare 3. I'm not even great, and but that's the thing is that's the one thing that really bugs me about just newer consoles nowadays is that everything has to have a big ass fucking download just to be able to play the game. Let me see here. Let's see storage devices. Um, let's see. What's the file size on this bitch? 43 fucking gigs for Ace Combat 7. I get it that, like, graphics have gotten better, textures gotten better, rendering's gotten more advanced, so you're obviously going to have bigger files. You're going to have bigger files because you're going to need a lot more space to handle these, obviously more pixels, more graphics. But what I don't understand is no longer are the days of fucking compressing games nowadays and optimizing storage gone out the window. A lot of games nowadays just eat fucking space like nothing. Like it's like, oh fuck yeah, oh you had 2 terabytes free. Guess what, buddy? Now you only have 100 megs free for some ungodly reason. And again, I don't understand why everything needs to be that big. Well, shit. See, there you go. You had to fucking grind for that, and that's part of your grind. You had to fucking run and try to avoid getting shot as much as possible to get the money. But so that's kind of and that's what again that's all my stream is just me ranting about random shit. So just that kind of shit gets me mad. I prefer playing the Nintendo Wii a lot because I like older games. That's just my thing. I know I rag on a lot of new games because they feel roughly the same. Like I can boot up Apex, um, Fortnite, and I think Warzone. I think it is, and they roughly all feel the same. They're mainly battle royales. Yes, you got like different guns, and like little different features, abilities, perks, whatever. But it's roughly the same thing. You start out with only a certain amount of characters, and you can buy skins or certain cosmetics and skins or whatever else, and it just feels like the same. Oh, that fucking sucks. And yeah, the PS5 also fucking, it has all these high definition, graphics and these cool games, and it sounds good. Just the space is an issue. And then there's something like I think, I don't know what technology they use for the storage, but I don't remember if it was the Xbox Series X or if it was a PS5 where they were saying like certain hard drives wouldn't be compatible because they'd be too slow or you'd have long ass loading times or some shit. And that shit just really fucking sucks because, again, technology's come so far, but gone are the days of compression, gone are the days of optimizations. I'm not really a big PlayStation guy. The last time I enjoyed a PlayStation console was the PlayStation 2, the brick, not the slim. But I've enjoyed a PlayStation 2 and I played a lot of Gran Turismo. And I played Namco Museum and Tekken. I fucking love playing Tekken. Back on the PlayStation. It was fun. Oh, and some Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal Kombat was fun. Um, but everyone has their own preferences. Xbox sucks, PlayStation sucks, PC sucks, Nintendo sucks. Everybody knows EA sucks. But again, they're all preferences at the end of the day. As long as you're happy with what you have, then that's all that matters. In this case, I have a modded Wii that I tend to enjoy more than anything. When I have a PC, it has basic specs. I got a NVIDIA GTX 1650 Super or some shit. And I got like an old ass i7 processor. I got 16 gigs of RAM and something else. And it's the PC runs exactly what I need it to do. It runs the games I play fine, which I don't play a lot of stuff. I am going to look into that, but it's not something that I've really been hearing about because I haven't really seen too many. I don't really watch too many commercials or trailers nowadays. See, like a lot of the times, the games that I play are games like where the fuck did this go? All right, well, fuck. I guess that fucking broke. Discord decided to break itself. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, Discord's broke. All right, there we go. I'm trying to do something, but I guess not. There we go. So, like, for example, the only thing I really play on my PC are like the Jackbox games right here, and I haven't even played these in months. I used to love playing 3 and 4 with the homies. I miss playing those a lot. I played Don't Starve Together. I enjoy that. Faster Than Light. That's something I actually been wanting to play as well. This is a visual novels right here. And of course, one of my favorite. This is my all-time favorite PC game. This is an old ass game, but it is one of my favorite PC games. Roller Coaster Tycoon Gold Edition. It's deluxe, gold edition, whatever. It's the same thing. It's the original Roller Coaster Tycoon, just with all the expansions. These games right here, this is what my cousin downloaded, and it just slapped it onto my desktop for some reason. But that's all I really play. I don't really play much else. That's a good question. It looks like it would be fur, but you're not wrong to assume it's hair because look at it, it's different. It is a different color, so who fucking knows at this point? And it's that kind of shit though that I just don't understand with the with a lot of things. I don't need a lot to be happy is what I'm trying to say. I enjoy a lot of the older stuff. I enjoy a lot of the more repetitive stuff. I'm a guy who loves grinding games. If it's the same shit over and over, I tend to enjoy that. And you don't have to be a furry to find something objectively attractive. For example, like with Lola Bunny or some other shit, you know, things are attractive, but it doesn't make you a furry. Now, if you're like, God, I gotta wear a fucking fursuit. Oh God, I gotta have a fursuit and a fursona. Then yeah, then maybe you're gonna put on the furry vibes there. But if you're just seeing like, oh, this is a female character, they're kind of attractive looking, then sure. But you're fine. It's kind of like the same thing with like how people are like so insecure when they roast weebs. Like, oh, you like an anime girl that's 2D? Ugh, how dare you? But like, you know, you got some big ass, anime girl titties or really cute, I forget the fucking word in Japanese, but like a flat chested girl, you got some adorable girls, and it's kind of like the same thing with like my desktop on the on my home screen here. I put that just in case someone tries for whatever reason someone like breaks into my house and steals my Xbox. Like they're gonna have that awkward ass picture, and they're gonna have to stare at it. And what's funny is one of my friends came over and we were playing on my Xbox, and I was like, "Hey, buddy, what do you think about this picture? Like, how does this make you feel?" And he was like, "Oh, she's kind of cute." And I was like, "It's not a girl though. It's a dude." I'm trying to get to a panel where I can actually show you the background, but I don't see where that is. Let me see if I can go to my settings, maybe. Personalizations, background. Well, exactly, and it's just something that people aren't into. And I've always been more of a weeb than a furry, but again, it all depends on what people like. Let's see what's this one. All right, cool. I guess I didn't want to fucking see it. Anyways, so basically it's a guy furry character, whatever. I just put that there. Just again, someone wants to steal my Xbox, they're gonna be pretty damn disgusted because there's furry shit all over the place. I mean, look at the account. That shit's also there too. Um, and that's something I was thinking about too earlier. It's just, you know, furries. I don't understand when people get super offended, like, please stop picking on me, kind of thing. Like when it comes to like people like kind of razzing at furries. Um, like it doesn't make any sense because furries. Once you kind of, if you're a furry, a brony, or a weeb, you're basically telling the internet, "Hey, please fucking pick on me." They're not like people. Most people aren't gonna go out of their way to actually fucking cyberbully you because it's 2021. Nobody cares to do that anymore. Like they'll just say, "Haha, fucking weeb," or "fucking furry," or "fucking brony," but nobody actually like will fucking go and fucking harass you. And if they do, we got fucking report buttons like crazy everywhere now. Like it's almost impossible not to be able to report somebody. The only exception being Discord, which Discord, in order to report a user account personally, you gotta have so much fucking information. Holy fuck.
15 updates, goddamn.
But it's that kind of shit. It's like it's just something you gotta accept. However, in modern times, weebs kind of don't really get picked on as much because anime. It's 2021. People are like, "Hey, anime's kind of cool." Well, I mean, if that's what they decide to do, that's what they decide to do. I mean, I don't really see picking on people's beliefs. As long as they're not hurting someone else or something else, that's fine. For example, like there's some disgusting people in the furry community who like to actually do sexual acts with real life animals, and that's the kind of shit that those kind of people need to be thrown into a wood chipper or something.
Hey, yo.
And they're like, animals can consent and this and that, but they make all these fucking loopholes. But at the end of the day, they shouldn't be doing that with an animal. And and rightfully so. A lot of the furry community, ostracize those people. They tell them, go fuck yourself. Like get the fuck out of here. Like we don't like you. You know, telling everybody to avoid you, kind of shit. And sadly, there are other people who go about it, just like how they have the MAPs, the minor attracted people. Like, oh, I'm not a pedophile. I'm a minor attracted person. Like, bitch, are you fucking kidding me? It's fucking disgusting. Those people should not exist. Those people should not be able to breathe because they're actively going to be harming children. See, when it becomes an issue where, yeah, exactly, and stuff like that. As far as COVID's concerned, or I don't know about COVID exactly, but yes, viruses can go from different species. The fucking cat, man. Anyways, um, so it's that kind of shit right there that like it really shouldn't be a thing. It's mainly a lot of people that are grooming. A lot of people tend to groom in every community. There's always going to be some bad seeds in every community. There's going to be a lot of good seeds. Um, it all depends. It's just for the most part though, you got to avoid those people. And but anyways, back to the weed thing. Weebs aren't really like messed with anymore. Like you can't go anywhere on social media anymore without seeing at least like three fucking accounts with anime pictures, whether it's anime girl or an anime guy. The anime girl profile pictures, about 80% of them are guys. The anime guy characters, about 40% of them are girls. See, I don't know if we should be talking about that because that just sounds like grooming, honestly, and that's something that probably should have been reported. Uh, but I would recommend not bringing that up here if you don't want anything to come of it in terms of like uh, I don't know, is it justice, karma? I don't know, but I would when it comes to shit like that, that's something that should have been reported to authorities and because that's not fucking cool. People that young should not be dating people that much older. I don't care how mature they are for their age or how old they look. It messes up someone psychologically, which gives me a good story. So, Cheesy Chicken knows this person. I'm gonna change their name, but I mean they're on the sex offenders registry for life now because of this. But I'm gonna change the name, but they'll know. But Cheesy Chicken will know who I'm talking about. So we used to have this friend. We'll call him Sanchez. Let's call him Sanchez. Uh, I was dating this girl at the time. We'll call her Sarah. Um, so I was dating a girl, Sarah. Well, at the time, I was about 19, I think, 19, 20 years old or so, and I was living with Sarah's parents and Sarah at her parents' house. And they were nice enough to let me live there on the couch or whatever, and I could hang out in the room, just leave the door open, obviously, because nobody really wants to do that stuff. Uh, See, and this is stuff that honestly is going to get the authorities to contact you. So if you, excuse me, so if you really want to get the authorities involved, um, keep talking about this, and I'm pretty sure someone watching may try to contact you. If you don't want to make anything more of this, I would, talk to me about this in DMs. Just because, again, I don't want any issues to happen if they haven't already been resolved. Like, they might have already been resolved. The person might be in jail or something or other. I just don't want people to get overwhelmed or messed with. Is all. Um, but okay, so back to the story. So me and Sarah's parents were living there, and my one of my good friends at the time, Sanchez, he needed a home. His family was moving across the country. He didn't want to leave our hometown. So it's all good. I just don't want anything to happen to you. I don't want any issues that happen to you where people are going to be bothering you or trying to like message you with weird shit. Uh, anyway, so Sanchez didn't want to move. Uh, we live in California. His family was moving to I think New York or some shit towards the East Coast. I don't remember where. So Sarah and her family and I all get together. We talk about it and we tell Sanchez, "Hey, you can live here with us. You pay rent as well. Everybody's happy." So he's happy. He's elated. He gets to stay in our hometown. He gets to hang out with his friends and everything and all that good stuff. Me and him get to play games together, spend time, and he was a really cool guy. I actually liked him. He was really great. Um, Unfortunately, though, something happened at one point where Sarah's younger sister. Let's see. Again, I was 19, 20 at the time. Nice, fucking New York. Jesus, pretty damn cool. So, so I was 19, 20 at the time. My girlfriend Sarah, again, this it's not actually Sarah. Cheesy Chicken probably knows the girl's real name. It was before I went with the one that I had a horrible breakup with. So we were dating, and my buddy was 20, 21. He was like I think almost a year older than me. Sarah's little sister was like 11, 12 years old. She was a kind of edgy, like she was like emo, edgy emo. Like she was like she purposely liked to creepy pastas, like just to be edgy, like not like oh I actually enjoy it, just like yeah I'm so dark. Oh I listen to Black Veil Brides and Asking Alexandria, and I'm so emo and I love wearing all black. No one fucking understands me and all that kind of shit. Like full on edgy emo, like in your face about it. So I didn't really understand her too much, so I couldn't really talk to her or really like spend time with her, like to hang out with us. Um, Sarah, being let's see, I'll call Sarah's sister um, Tammy. So Sarah didn't really hang out with Tammy that much either, which kind of sucks, because your older sister doesn't really connect with you. Sometimes it sucks. But Tammy got along really well with Sanchez. And unfortunately, things got a little too chummy. So fast forward through a whole bunch of details. Sanchez and Tammy start like making out and doing things together. And at first, like, we didn't know that kind of shit was happening. We just thought that, oh, Tammy and Sanchez are playing games together because where they would play is like in a den. Like, cause it was a one story house, and it was like all the rooms minus the actual bedrooms were connected. So the living room, and the kitchen, the dining room, and the den were all one big ass hallway. Like they had openings. There was no doors to separate them. Um, so in the den, basically, they would hang out, and we didn't know that kind of shit was happening until So again, I slept on the couch obviously because Sarah's parents didn't want me to be inside the bedroom with her with the doors closed because we might do something. So one morning I'm waking like I hear noises and I'm like rubbing my eyes. I'm waking up. I'm like, what the fuck is the noise? And like I'm getting ready for, like I'm sleeping before work. So I wake up and I like turn and I see Sanchez and Tammy kissing. Like there's like a 10-year gap right there. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? And like you guys need to fucking stop that right now. What the fuck? And so with me, I don't know how to I don't know a lot of and I was still a toxic person at this point. So I either extremely exploded or I usually just overreacted and over exploded. Like I usually was like, fuck it, I'm the justice here, like all that shit. So I would try to be smart that time. So what I did was I went to Sarah and I was like, Sarah, you're not gonna fucking believe this, but Tammy and Sanchez were over here making out. What should we do? How do we go about this? What the fuck do we do? Because this is your sister. I don't want to do anything too crazy because knowing me, I just want to fucking swing at Sanchez. I just how should we deal with this? And she goes, "Well, let's talk to him first alone and get him to stop before things have to get any worse." And I was like, okay, I guess." Fast forward to later that evening, we pick up Sanchez at work because I guess his car. I forgot what happened. I think he just needed a ride home. So we pick him up. Instead of driving home, I take a detour because I was like, I have to drive. I'm always a driver, so I drove. So I took a detour and we stopped at this abandoned like housing lot where like they were going to build houses, but there was nothing there but like the dirt like separated, so they knew where houses were going. And I turned the car off. I locked the doors. The windows were cracked, and me and Sarah turned around and looked at him and said, "Look, dude, we don't like what the fuck's going on. We're giving you one chance to cut that shit out. That you need to stop doing that with Sarah's younger sister. That's not okay. That's you're a fucking pedophile basically at this point. Or not basically, but he was. You shouldn't be doing that with someone that young. She doesn't know any better, and you're supposed to be an adult, and you're over here doing this kind of shit, taking advantage of her." And he was like, "Well, it's not that bad. She's okay with it," and so on and so forth. And we were like, "No, no, 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 no. Stop that shit right there. It doesn't matter if she says yes. She's way too fucking young to be doing that kind of shit. And you're over here acting like it's okay for her to be fucking, making out with you, fucking that 10-year of a gap, and she's underage." And he's like, "Well, we haven't done anything more than like making out or anything. She I made her promise, and I promised her that when she turned 18, then we'll get married or we'll actually get together for real, but we're not going to do anything more, until she's of age." And I was like, "You're not listening. You can't do that anymore. You need to fucking stop, or I'm calling the fucking cops." What's up, Laser? So he was like, "All right, whatever." And I looked at Sarah like, "What do we do?" And she just kind of gave me a look like, "I'll take care of this." And I was like, "Great." So fast forward again, Sarah's parents get a call, or I guess Tammy's parents, whatever. They have the same parents, obviously. So the parents get a phone call from the school. Tammy had a big ass mental or psychological breakdown and started cutting herself pretty deeply on her wrists. And she was like freaking out. And the school, had to get her. They, called the cops because they thought she might be a danger to herself and others. They called the cops. They had, cops. They had an ambulance come by too to make sure she was all right. And they kind of basically held her in the nursing office. Um, I'm talking again. This is a ranting stream, so I'm just ranting. I'll give you a summary late in a moment, but if I break up now from this, I'll probably forget or I'll lose my train of thought. But so Tammy has a fucking she fucking goes crazy, kind of in a sense. So the family gets the call, And it turns out Tammy decided to tell everybody everything, that she's been having nightmares and terrors over this, about the way Sanchez was taking advantage of her and doing things and these promises she had to make to him and the things he promised her. And she was like, she was so uncomfortable and so scared, like she didn't know what the fuck to do. She felt like if she would have stopped, like she would have gotten in trouble or something or other. And uh, so once the dad found out about it, once the dad found out about it, he because he got a call. Because the dad was at home at the time of the mom getting the phone call. The mom called the dad, and Sanchez was at home with the dad. Um, and basically the dad went over there and fucking beat the shit out of him. He like threw his ass. He busted his PC. He fucking swung at him, and he was beating the shit out of him. And I guess when they called the cops on him, and when the cops came by, he was barely Sanchez was barely fucking conscious. It wasn't like he was like broken bones and fucking on the verge of death. Just he got knocked the fuck out. So the cops get him and arrest him, and they seize his computer for evidence, and they take the testimonies. Tammy is now having to go to therapy and see a psychiatrist for all the fucking sexual and mental psychological abuse she suffered. He's now locked up in jail on fucking what was it, lewd? I think if I remember the charges correctly, it was like lewd and lascivious acts with a minor under the age of 13 or something, or under the age of 12. And so he got in some major ass trouble. Also, when the detectives grabbed his PC and looked at his hard drive, they found pictures of other underage girls from like the high school and shit like that. And this motherfucker turns around, I guess during the trial or some shit. And I heard about this because I was at work. This shit don't really fully involve me. This is a family matter. That family deals with that. I'll help if I need to, but if it's none of my business or they don't need me to interject, I'm not sticking my nose where it doesn't belong. I'm already pissed off at that so-called friend for doing that shit with my girlfriend's sister. And so at the trial, I guess Sanchez tried to say that I was the one that put those pictures on his hard drive. I'm the one that told him it was okay to do stuff with the younger sister and all this and that shit. And I was like, no, no, don't you fucking go that place. Don't you fucking start. But the judge didn't believe it because it's like, hey, how'd you end up with those drugs? Oh, my friend put them in my pocket. I don't know how they got there. My friend must have put my drugs in my pocket. In this same scenario, just with pictures. Oh, my friend must have got onto my computer, logged in, and put all these pictures of barely clothed women or nude women, underage women, onto my PC. And so the judge wasn't buying it, and so yeah, he's now on a sex offenders list, and you can actually look up his real name on the sex offender registry, and there it is. He's there for life. He fucked up. Um, I haven't spoken to him since. I don't plan to speak to him, especially when he tried to pull that kind of shit on me. And it's been a it's been a mission and a half though. But I just remember freaking out, like, am I about to fucking have to go to court and defend myself because this dumbass right here is trying to say that I did stuff? Fuck no. Anytime I was with anybody, the oldest age gap I've ever been with a girl is about 2.5 years at most. The girl has either been about a year older than me or 2.5 years younger at most. And yes, exactly that. He got beat up pretty good in jail once they found out what his charges were. So he didn't like that. Um, but I guess he played good boy, and now, from what if I recall correctly, he's on parole, and he's not allowed to have social media or a phone without the cops knowing about it. If he so much is caught with like a different device or a different account on social media, he could be arrested. So basically, it's just so basically that's the story. To sum it up, Laser, I told a story about how an old friend of mine and Cheesy Chicken. I changed the names obviously to protect people because the victims, they shouldn't have their names smeared or have them go search. But basically, we used to have a good friend who we thought was cool, but ended up getting with my girlfriend's younger sister when he moved in with us, and started making her like promise things like that they would get married when she was of age, or they would actually be able to officially go out when she was 18 or something like that. And keep in mind, he's like 10. There's like a 10-year gap right there between them. So we were like, he was like 21, she was like 11 at the time, 11 or 12. Pretty sure it was 11. But I just don't fucking understand it. And now it was a really fucked up story. But that's kind of the things I wanted to chat with too, like when it comes to like venting and chatting around and shit. So it was that kind of shit that just like kind of got under my skin. Um, and then it's just been a whirlwind of different things. That's what I like about actually being able to vent on stream when I'm not focusing on a game, is I can actually make cohesive and go with the flow when it comes to a story. And yeah, I'll never forget that day, because again, he was like, after high school, like a lot of my friends I lost contact with for a while. I lost contact with basically most friends. I was poor as shit. I dropped out of college because at the time I didn't know it, but I had a manipulative girlfriend, and I was just super gullible because I believed everything she said. And looking back, like, I'm so embarrassed. Like, holy fuck, like she was super toxic in her own ways, and me, I just had an anger issue. So, and I refused to seek counseling at the time, so I would just like scream a lot, and that wasn't healthy at all. And nowadays I take medication. I was seeing a therapist for a while until the COVID shit, and I try to just keep my cool and try to be more mature. And I'm trying to change my toxic ways. And unfortunately, also my really big kind of like flip around for my life was last year, December 23rd, 2019. That's also around the time when I really started streaming on my account. Um, it's because I was super depressed. I had just lost. I mentioned this a bit before, but basically we were basically fiance. We were basically going to be engaged, but my toxicity just wouldn't allow me to be happy, and I always freaked out, and all my psychological issues that stem from abuse growing up and just in general. Uh, yeah. See, and that's something, and that's different. That's protection. Anger issues, yes, but if you're using it in a way to like actually protect people, that's not necessarily bad. It's only when it's super uncontrollable is when it starts getting a problem. But what was I saying? Oh, so with a lot of my stuff though, it's just that after we split up, I was bitter as shit. I was like a bitter old man. I was mad. I was salty. I was being stupid. I was saying like stupid shit on Twitter. I was just mad. Like, I'm super depressed, but super mad. Just like, I felt like, oh, it's all her fault. It's all her fault. But as time went on, I realized, that, hey, you know what? She actually was a really nice person. She had her moments where she did some things that weren't the greatest, but for the most part, she was a fucking spectacular woman. She was fucking great. Like, and it's literally those things. It's literally a thing of, you don't know what you got until it's gone. And in this case, it literally was that. You know, she was there for me through thick and thin. When I got my foot ran over and I was stuck in the middle of the road, she fucking flew down from our apartment, drove over there, fucking moved my car out of the road, and she took care of me. So the 2 weeks I was in bed, every day she would do this herself. I never once had to do it myself. She would she would bandage my leg. She would clean the wound. She would apply this special paste on it because the damage went deep enough on my skin where it wasn't scabby normally. So I had to put this cream on it. Otherwise, it could actually get hella infected. And it was just like a whole bunch of other shit. And, and that's something that lately has been eating at me, and why lately I've been in a very big depression and a big funk, is because I'm realizing now just that a lot of shit, a lot of the problems were because of me, because I let people get into my head. I allowed myself to be manipulated by certain family members or certain society social norms and shit like that. Like I had to be like the alpha. I had to be this macho guy. And yeah, see, and that's, I don't know what's the deal with that. And I'm always down to hear you vent about that too. And I'm sorry that's the case. If this is just something you're making up, or if it's true, if this is something true, I'm really sorry that happens to you. That you legit feel like you have nobody to count on. That's the fucking worst feeling. And thankfully, I still have some people to count on. But the one person that fucking kept me together and kept us together, obviously couldn't take it anymore. There's only so much shit someone can take before they've had enough. And so, but basically uh, while we were team driving and stuff, I was being like super fucking toxic. Like, I was super over jealous. I was insecure. I was like, I was just like a horrible, horrible douchebaggy boyfriend. And like looking back, I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, holy fuck, she's just trying to vibe, and you're over here like crashing the mood or causing issues for no fucking reason. Or you're trying to like establish dominance for no fucking reason. And that's something that really bothered me. And every time I look back at it, like I get fucking fired up. And I still get really mad. Like if I could go back several years ago and like kick my own ass, I would beat the ever living fuck out of myself. I'd probably like actually stab myself or some shit. Like I would just, that person was a fucking demon. He ruined my life. And that's also what caused a lot of spiraling of different things, why now I'm on medication. Why I have all these other issues and stuff too. Because I'm actually trying, for once, I'm actually trying to give it my all and make myself better. Because I'm tired of being toxic. I'm tired of losing people that I actually care about. I'm fucking tired of it. And that's something why I started streaming too, was because I needed a place to vent. And that's what streaming became for me, is a place to vent. I'd play games, make some jokes at friends, cry, laugh. And I've cried on stream before too. When I first started streaming on this account, on the Some Sad for Emo account, not the Some Annoyed for Emo account, I I fucking sorry, I started losing my train of thought. I was streaming Doki Doki Literature Club, and I got to the ending, and the ending fucked me up because it was so similar to what happened in real life, basically, and or my real life, and I just broke down on stream because it fucking hurt. And again, just looking back at everything, just like, if I could just fucking kick my own ass. Why did I have to be macho? Why did I have to be this super tough guy? There was no need for that. Like, we used to get into a fight all the time because I wanted her to be like a stay-at-home mom or some shit. Uh, well, I mean, fuck, for me, I'm okay with looking like pussy. At this point, I got nothing else to lose. I've lost the person I've cared, that actually, cared so much for me, and I've lost them. So at this point, I have nothing else to lose other than my life. But even then, I can't take my own life, because that would be to taking the easy way out. In order for me to live with those sins, to live with that shit that I did, I need to stay alive and deal with this hellhole. I fucking hate existing. I don't like existing. Every fucking day is a nightmare for me. Every fucking day I have to try to to be happy, to have a reason to live. I fucking hate waking up. Every time I go to sleep, I'm a little scared that I'm not going to wake up, but eventually that fear subsides, and I'm just like, cool, fine. That's one less scumbag in the world. Yeah, and that's fine, but unfortunately, the weight of all those sins that I've done in the past 3 years weigh so heavily on my soul. The only thing for the longest time that felt right was me erasing my existence. Which, that's just it. Getting rid of myself. because I'm so fucking mad at how uh, doing drugs underage with your friends legally that's bad, but everybody basically or not everybody, but a lot of people do that. So that's not something too outlandish. And as long as you can trust those people, I mean, it's okay. Um, but I had such a good life. I really fucking did. I had a really, really good life. I had a really great woman who actually wanted to fucking work, who wanted to support me, who wanted to work together, who followed me with every word and wanted to. She was her own person, but yet, you know, still wanted to be around me and stuff. She just needed her space and she liked a lot of the shit I did. She saw me and her were shared the same political stances. Me and her just saw eye to eye on a lot of things. And me, I was like a very like I hate like new things as I mentioned earlier in the stream. I hate new things, but she was always like, "Hey, try this game out. I think you'll like it." I used to talk shit about it, but no, she would eventually be like, just give it a fair chance. You might actually like it. Like if it wasn't for her, I probably would have never started playing Minecraft because I used to just be. I was like the weirdest anti-hipster, but also a hipster. Um, like if something was popular, I hated it even if it could be good, I would just hate it because everybody would talk about it and always like bug me. And I don't know where the fuck I developed such a thing. I don't know where I got that from, but it happened, and it became part of me. And I just anyway. So in order to get me to play Minecraft, what she did was bless her soul, bless her heart, whatever. She actually showed up because we used to live in apartments together, in an apartment together. We actually had a house together, and I'll get to that eventually. But like we had an apartment together, and her and I used to just walk around our underwear because it was just us. Who gives a fuck? It's comfortable. I'm in my boxer briefs and socks. She's in her underwears and socks. So she's topless, and she was like, "Hey, come play Minecraft with me." And how am I gonna say no to that? You got an almost completely naked girlfriend right there that you idolize, and she wants you to play a game with her. You're gonna say yes. Well, what do you fucking know? I enjoyed the fuck out of Minecraft. Sure. If I'm still awake, because I do gotta go to bed soonish, and I say soonish because eventually I eventually go to bed. But yeah, I'm down for it if I'm still awake for it. Um, but just basically all the shit I've done the past 3 years is basically fuck myself hard, and not in a good way. I fucked it all up. I fucked everything up. I had a chance to be happy for good. I had my own home with someone I actually wanted to marry and who actually wanted to be married to me. I used to barely sleep too during my early days of when I was abusing drugs and just fucking around with different women. And by different women, it was only like four. But I'll get to that at another point. But I fucked my own life up. And that's kind of why I stopped really caring about my existence. And that's why every day I live just because I do. If for any reason my heart stops, okay, it's gonna suck. Dying hurts, but okay, because I can't take my own life. If I take my own life, then that's just me taking the easy way out. That's me trying to end my punishment, and my punishment to atone for my sins is to be alive. Well, for me, with being manic depressive and having BPD, so borderline personality disorder, I made things a little easier on myself, but also harder by making all these different like personalities. I got Carlos Spice I got Gabriel Martinez, I got Robert Moreno, I got Mark. I forgot his last name. I think it was like Mark Destroyer or some shit. It was something edgy. But like, I have all these different personalities, and like sometimes I even get lost in who I really am. And that's what kind of happened before the medication too. Is all the shit that I really need, that all the shit from psychological abuse growing up and just abuse in general and abandonment issues and all this other shit, it manifested hard to where I couldn't let anybody get close to me. Even the girl that I absolutely loved and adored, the one girl that actually I actually never, and I mean this, I never had to doubt that she was cheating on me or that she was flirting with somebody else. She was absolutely fucking loyal. She never once gave me a reason or some sort of feeling that she might be doing something unfaithful. Never. And yet, my insecurities got the better of me, and I always be like, "Oh, who you texting? Your boyfriend?" And like that shit gets annoying. Why would someone want to hear that when it's obviously not true? And of course, me being my toxic ass self, I was just like trying to see if I said that, would that make her confess, kind of thing. And it was just stupid bullshit. And so every day I take medication now, so I can't cry. I have to be off my medication in order to cry. But even then, if I'm off my medication, I'm unpredictable now. I take sertraline, generic Zoloft, basically, and it keeps. That's the only thing I could take right now. I wish I could take stronger stuff, but being a truck driver, there's only a certain amount of medications I could take that are federally legal with my license, because my license is a federal license. If I take certain medications, I lose my license. Well, I mean, you're probably scared the fuck out of her by making her think you're gonna die. And then that's something I did too. Was that, you know, I stressed her out. I stressed her out because I would always like do things that she'd think I'm actually gonna, end myself. That doesn't help somebody. That doesn't make someone happy. That makes people upset. When they gotta worry, oh shit, this person's sad. Oh great, they're actually gonna fucking do it. They're gonna commit, unalive or something. And I always do that, and I would scare her, and and I'm just so mad at myself, and I'm so fucking sorry. And I really wish I could tell her this, and I really wish I could just talk to her. But you know what? She's made her choice. She's blocked me off everything. We've lost communication. She refuses to talk to me. And you know what? I don't blame her one bit. Now that I've had time to fully reflect, I don't blame her one bit. And that's something people do need to realize too. If people are leaving you constantly, stop for a moment and think maybe you could be the problem. Maybe you're being toxic somehow. That's not always the case, but just think for a moment. How are you toxic? You know, like when I look back at all the shit I did from the past several years, holy fuck, man. I just wish I could fucking beat the shit out of myself for hurting her in that way. She didn't deserve any of that, you know, to have to worry that, oh shit, at any point, this guy that I deeply love and care for, that I want to spend my life with, is going to kill himself. And I was always just like having to be like the alpha male. Like I couldn't just accept the fact that, just to be happy with what I had. And that's what people don't seem to understand is like, I might have some good stuff in my life. I got a nice car. My job is okay. It's shit a lot of the times. The money's good. And I'm home every day. But I just, my life is absolutely nothing. It means absolutely nothing if I can't fucking let go of all the shit I've done. Not to mention, I've hurt someone who now, I think she's in a new relationship. Or again, I don't know. I don't know what she's up to. But whoever she's with now, she probably has trouble with certain people now, like trusting someone or getting close to someone. And that's the kind of shit people need to understand is that if you're talking to someone and you abuse them mentally like that, that's going to carry on to other people. You affect other people. So now she might be more worried to trust people. She might be less likely to take certain risks. For me, I've just completely shut down on dating. I tried it. I tried dating someone else, but it just, one, it didn't feel right. Two, I felt like I didn't deserve it. Three, I wasn't fully ready to move on. And four, I just feel like I don't deserve it and I feel like I'm going to hurt this person until I get better. See, and that's different. There's people that were genuinely kind to me, and I fucking hurt them. Again, especially the girl I wanted to spend my life with. I hurt her so bad, and I'll never be able to make amends for that. I never will be able to. Everyone got all this shit in my head, and next thing you know, I'm turning my past abuse, a lot of my trauma, people breathing down on my shoulders and breathing down my neck and whispering shit in my ear, plus all the other voices in my head. It caused me to turn into someone I didn't recognize, that I don't like, and I never want to be again. And that's the way I want to go out. Is I want to die alone, because I've said it. I told you earlier. I've reserved myself, and that's it. I'm not dating anybody else. I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. I've been on and off with this girl for so many years, and what is it? We known each other for what, 12 years, and yet it was it was a fucking mess. And I never really got to tell her that I'm sorry from the bottom of my heart, and I never got to prove to her that I'm actually changing or trying to do better, because it's not something that I need to really prove, but like something that just like can be shown with actions. And it's just been the hell, hellscape in of itself. And all I can do nowadays is just, wish them the best. That's all I can do is wish that person the best. I hope that they find happiness, going forward. And I hope they actually find somebody who will treat them right and will take care of them, because apparently, like I was so divided with all my different personalities. There was times where I was like a really big softy, and I was like the person I actually wanted to be, and then there would be like this like toxic side. So it was it was just like a big ass mess, and my mind was always racing. I never could fucking relax. I was always stressing. I was always freaking out. Excuse me. I couldn't seem to really get things going. I couldn't focus. I was always distracted. I was always stressed out. I was always flipping out. I couldn't seem to, be myself. She was a really good person. She is a really good person. She's always been more mature than me. She always has been. Even in high school, she's always been more mature than me. She's always been more mature. She's always been pretty level headed. I don't know what the fuck I was so intimidated by. But it seemed like all those macho stories, or, stupid shit like that, it really just fucked with me. Might as well update since I'm not playing the Xbox. You can see how slow my internet is. And we had an apartment together. We've had a house together. We lost both of them because of me. Well, the apartment was, we just didn't want to live there anymore. Like, it was becoming too expensive, and then her family was giving us the house. Her parents were giving us their house for us to live in. We just take over mortgage payments. And you know, I fucking ruined that too. I just don't understand it. I just don't. All I had to do was stop listening to everybody else and just focus on myself. My mother and my sisters would always tell me that my girlfriend, that girl was always bad. She was bad for me. Like she was um toxic. Hold on, I gotta fucking deal with this cat. Hold on. So it was like my family would always say that she's bad for me, and it would always put these things into my head like that she wasn't worth it and this and that. But in reality, they couldn't have been more wrong. She was actually taking care of me in ways that I couldn't. Like I did a lot of I did the car handiwork. I did, different things here and there. Like I was the guy, I was the handyman. But you know what though? And this was something I was too fucking cocky and bold about, was that she was really the brains of everything. She was the one that kept everything together. She was the one that used her brain because she could actually use her brain and actually solve shit. And what did I do? And like when it came for certain things like vegetables, for example. Instead of just saying, "Hey, you know what? You don't like vegetables? That's fair. You're an adult. You do what you want." I was like, "How are you going to be an adult and not like vegetables? What if we become parents and the kids see you not eating vegetables and they're not going to want to eat?" And I made this big old fuss or this big old stupid issue. Um, Again, I already know how to get girlfriends, and there's actually this girl that was trying to go out with me, and there's another girl I was thinking about, but again, I am just not ready, and I do not want another one. I don't. I don't want anyone else. I just want to be an old man that dies alone, or I just want to be someone that just dies alone, and that's everything I deserve. I deserve a lot of bad stuff to happen to me, and I have no one to blame but myself for this. No one. I can't even begin to fucking make amends for what I've done. The only thing I'm even able to do nowadays is just let it go. Leave her alone. There's nothing I can really do. And it does hurt a lot. Yeah, my phone just fucking vibrated too. Uh it hurts every day knowing that I've single-handedly ruined my own life. One of my stupid fucking toxic personalities. I can't. I've tried to, but I also wasn't fully sorry. Well, I was, but I didn't know why I was sorry. Like I didn't know how to really get the message across. And I would like to tell her that I'm sorry, but again, she's cut communications for me. She will not talk to me, and I'm not going to sit there and try to talk to her because at that eventually it just becomes harassment. She's already made up her mind. She's cut me out of her life for good, basically. And you know what? I don't blame her one bit. I'm not going to be a stalker. I've done that before, and I'm tired of doing that. And by stalker, I was just like texting her, being like, "Hey, I saw you at the truck stop," because she was also a trucker too. Or sorry, she still is, I should say, because we used to team drive together. She got her trucking license because I suggested that she should, and she thought it looked fun. And you know what? She's a damn good truck driver. She fucking listens and fucking got the trucking quick. Her trainer didn't teach her that much, but you know what? I pretended to make a big deal out of it, like I would be sleeping in the back while she's driving, because you know what? She was stronger than me in so many ways. I was a pussy. I can't drive nights. I will fall asleep at the wheel. That would obviously be dangerous. I have trouble seeing at night too. I don't know why, but I always have eye strain, it seems. I can never see past like 9 p.m. Um, God, that fucking cat. Jesus Christ. So, anyways, so she drove nights, and I was getting. Hold on, this. It's like the cat decides to get like super loud at times. Okay, cool. Um, so she would drive nights. So I'd be sleeping in a bunk. She'd be like, "Hey, babe, I need some help, with backing." Fuck yeah, that means I'm a pussy, Of course I can fight, but you know what though? I'm a fucking pussy for the way I acted, the way I was, the way I handle things. But she was a damn good trucker. I taught her how to back, and I trusted her with my life because when you're team truck driving, you have to trust that other driver that they're not going to kill both of you in a crash while one of you sleeps. And I trusted her with my life, and you know what? Not once was I scared that she was gonna kill us. It took me a while to get used to sleep while the truck was moving, because I'm used to just the truck not moving because I was a solo driver. Then we went teaming, but she had the balls and everything. She was super strong. She's just a really great person. And I ruined everything, and it really fucked me up. Just the way things were handled, the way I handled them, and it's all my fault. It really is all my fault. And it was all those changes that really, you know, um, started helping me with, with the reason why I try to do my best to stick to my medication. Streaming has become pretty therapeutic for me. Uh, and I'm just trying every day just to kind of move forward. But in reality, I'm not moving forward at all. I'm just moving. I don't know where the fuck I'm going. I'm just moving. I had it everything. I had it. I had everything I could have ever wanted. And she gave me so many fucking chances. You know what I did with every single one of those chances? I fucking stomped on every single one of those chances. I overreacted. I flipped out. I distanced myself as fast as I could because that was another one of my tactics I do, which was if I felt like I was a burden to somebody or I was causing too many issues, part of my toxic trait or like thing was I would try to like I'd be like, oh wait, should we break up? Or like I would just kind of like distance myself as fast as I could or something, and like just really make things bigger than it should have ever been. Let me see. Sorry, I didn't notice my sister messaged me. Um, and as far as starting a new life, there's no such thing. There isn't, and that's fine. It is what it is. There's no really coming back from that. There's no making amends for all this. I can't fucking wait to get my studio. I'm fucking tired of this. I just want my studio already. I'm so tired of this cat. I'm tired. My life right now is complete in the shitter right now. I don't even have a room at this moment. I don't have my own fucking room. I don't have my own room. I have a nice car. I don't have my favorite car though. I don't have really a place where I can decompress. So I can't really do streams like this. I can't do a deep. I can't really. This is the first time in months I've actually been able to pour my heart and soul out there into a stream. Months. Usually it's generic bullshit or just like me making silly jokes and whatever. And you know what? That's the majority of my streams. It's just me fucking around trying to have a good time hanging out with everybody. Laughing, giggling, making jokes, talking about people's day, doing all that good shit. I love that shit. And I'm grateful for how far I've gotten with this community. I mean, I really miss Mixer a lot, but I really miss Mixer a hell of a lot, but I mean, Twitch is home to a lot of good people, a lot of toxic people, but a lot of good people. I met some really great friends through Twitch. We even made a Discord together, and the Discord really ain't popping that much, but I mean, it's there, and you know, it is what it is. And I've tried to kind of make a new life, and I've tried to move and change things around. I've tried to grind for affiliate, which I've kind of given up on because I have this many followers and I stream for so many hours and all this and that. But because my viewer count isn't my view time average isn't high enough, I can't hit affiliate. And you know what? It is what it is. I used to be like obsessed about it because I wanted to make custom emotes to be affiliate, and I don't vent to anybody through DMs. I absolutely fucking suck at one-on-one conversations. I absolutely suck, which is why again I like streaming because I can kind of put it out there so people can chat with me if they so choose to, but they don't have to interact whatsoever, and there's no obligation for me to have to talk to anybody in particular because I don't know how to have a conversation with people. I'm horrible at talking with people. I don't know how to carry conversations anymore. I'm just this fucking husk now. All I really do nowadays is truck drive, stream, and make money and spend money on stupid shit. That's about it. I don't really do anything else. Um, and just that kind of shit really that shit alone just it really fucks everything up. And last I heard, she actually hit affiliate before me, so I'm proud of her. Well, I straightened my hair. I have the long hair. I jammed all the emo stuff. I mean, I want to dye my hair still. I used to wear all black, but I kind of deviated from that. But I'm starting to go back to that. Um, but in a way, yes, in spirit, I'm emo, but I'm no longer the skinny of one. I used to be super fucking skinny in high school, but after high school, I gained hella weight. I'm 6'3" and 270 pounds right now. I need to lose quite a bit of weight. I was doing a keto diet for a while and I dropped down to like 230, but depression and everything fucking kicked my ass again, and things just haven't really been the same for a while. But um, yeah, so right now that's there's really no point. There's nothing that really brings me happiness at this in this particular moment. There's something I'm just kind of here. I'm just kind of existing. I'm not really uh well shit, there you go. Fuck yeah. Blue hair, pretty damn sweet and 6'1". That's why girls are asking you out cuz you got that magic number. As soon as you start your height with 6, fucking sodden panties. Some guys even may have sodden boxers or something. But that's beside the point. So I've tried to start another life. I've tried. I don't have the heart anymore. I don't have the gumption. I don't care to try anymore. I'm done. I don't have the energy to do that. I have the energy to make the different personas. Nope, you started with 5. That's not tall enough. Sorry. um, I just don't have that gumption, so I hide behind different personas. So the main one I hide behind when I stream is Carlos Spicy Wiener. Because my original name and all that, I feel like I've tainted it so bad, and it's just associated with all this negativity and all this toxicity. Is I don't want to deal with it. So even my real life friends, I tell them like, just call me Carlos. Like they don't like I don't really do that like 24/7, but every now and again I'm like, hey, just call me Carlos, or like, hey, it's just it's your boy Carlos Spicy Wiener. It's just how I do that kind of stuff. But in reality, It's more just that I really hate who I used to be, and hiding behind a new name is a new personality, a new person, basically pretending to be someone else is the only way I've been able to really cope. But again, that's all it is coping. I'm fucking far from happy, honestly. And I know a lot of my other friends got shit going on, and it sucks because I want to hang out with them. I want to be there for them, but I can't even. A lot of the days, I can't even pull myself out of bed. I can't. I can't even see. Like sometimes on my days off, or actually a lot of times on my days off, I'll lay in bed all fucking day. I'll wake up at I'll sleep in, so I'll wake up at like 10 a.m. I won't leave the bed except to go to the restroom, or but other than that, I just stay in bed until like 10 p.m. I won't fucking move other than go to the bathroom or grab something to eat. But I'll just lay in bed because I can't be motivated to do anything, and I just feel like such a lousy person. I have no drive, I have no energy, I have no motivation left. I'm running on empty too, like when it comes to streaming content too, because I'm absolutely trash at a lot of games. So there's not a lot I can really do other than play these games, and people will probably get bummed out because I'm playing them so horribly. Because I'm not good at a lot of fast games. I don't know what the fuck happened, but after I turned 24, like something snapped in me and like my brain slowed down heavily. I used to be able to only sleep for 45 minutes on a Sunday night slash Monday morning, going to work at 7 a.m., work a full 8 hour shift at a shitty. It wasn't a shitty ass minimum wage job, but it was a minimum wage job that was and then go home, stay up for a few more hours, do stuff with the girlfriend, and then that's it. I used to be able to do that kind of stuff and only sleep that little. Nowadays, if I sleep less than 6 hours, I'll fall asleep at the wheel. And being a trucker, that's not really a good thing. So I take anywhere from 300 to 600 milligrams, if not more, of caffeine a day, and that's just to keep me awake. That's not to perk me up, to energize me, to wire me up. That's literally just to keep to wake myself up. Well, I can't even play Modern Warfare anyways if I wanted to because look, that's gonna take fucking 9 hours to update, and then that still has to update before I can even play it. Because nowadays you have to update games before you can actually play them. But yeah, the internet here is slow. There's just so much I gotta do, but thanks to a lot of depression, just the environment in general, just being such like a rainy cloud. No, fuck no. I used to drink monsters. Those things are weak as shit. I switched to Bang energy drinks. Those have 300 milligrams of caffeine in each one versus Monster's 160 milligrams. So I had to drink two Monsters to get the same effects. I don't play Fortnite. I downloaded it to try it and to show people why I don't play it because I absolutely suck at it. But other than that, again, half the games I have on my queue I don't play. I just download them because they're free on Game Pass or someone says, hey, you should try it. Or why don't you play this game? And then I play it and I show them why. Because there would be no entertainment for to derive from it because I'm so complete trash at these shooting games that it just gets fucking boring to watch. You suck. I fucking love Bang energy drinks. Exactly, Gorilla Glue. That's the shit right there. It goes great in your hair. It's great to drink. It'll keep things sticking tight. You got it. So it's well, there you go. You got Fortnite earnings. There you go. That's good. I don't know what the fuck a sweat is, but I mean, if you're sweaty, I mean, I understand. I used to be really sweaty too. Ugh. It's just though, like I said, I've tried and I still have different personas out and about. I got like 5 Twitter accounts. I have one that's like my actual Twitter that I haven't used in a couple of years. I have an other Twitter that's old as shit too. I have the some sad free emo Twitter, which I that's my active one nowadays, and I have two more that are somewhere floating in the internet. I gotta remember what the accounts were. But yeah, I haven't been motivated to do anything. Just everything's just been like shit lately. I have not been able to do anything, and it's been really fucking rough. But I'm hoping to change things around. It's just really fucking expensive, and I'm hoping to get a like one of those bigger shed things, and I was gonna go stay in one of those. Where they actually have like windows and doors. I was gonna put insulation in there and call an electrician and have it wired up and everything properly. Um, just because I just don't really have a space really much. I don't think I've had no, I haven't had a private space of my own for I'm 26 now since I was like 24. I don't know. Again, this is a ranting stream, so it could end in like 5 minutes. It could end in 2 hours. I have no idea. My old streams when I first started streaming, I used to stream for like 5 hours straight. I don't know how the fuck I managed that. Nowadays, my average stream time is about an hour and a half to about 3 hours. But back then, for some unknown holy reason, I would stream for like 5 hours straight. Like I didn't feel like I was successful during the day if I didn't stream for 5 hours a day. Nowadays, I've severely cut down on that because I just do. But it's been a mission and a half to really keep moving forward. And I know I'm not the only one suffering. Um, Everyone's been going through their own fucking shit right now. So it's been hell. I've been smoking a lot more, and I'm surprised my asthma hasn't come back yet. Usually it does, but it hasn't, so I'm kind of thankful for it because I don't have an inhaler. So if I have an asthma attack, I basically got to fucking breathe through it, which I normally do. And my asthma went away for years until I picked up smoking. But there's not really many outlets I can do when it comes to dealing with certain emotions. I don't like the taste of alcohol very often, and when I do drink, I either drink too much or I seem to not drink enough. There's never really been a time where I've been happy drinking or drinking, to enjoy myself or just to kind of get a small buzz and just kind of enjoy it. Fucking play a game, do something. Maybe you should start streaming. I don't know. But fucking, I just don't. There's not much I do. I can't do drugs because then I'll lose my license. Because again, I have a federal license. So if I get federally drug tested and they find something, there goes my license. And you know what? It's just not worth it to have a little bit of fun or a little bit of way to unwind to cause me to lose my career. Um, and then smoking seems to be the only viable option because the menthol, I used to smoke Marble Greens because the menthol would calm me. It would be like that cold feeling in my chest that would calm me down. Well, I don't know when I'll ever get people. Sometimes I stream to nobody and I'll stream for like an hour, 2 hours. No one will watch the stream. I won't even get like a one pop up on the YouTube icon or the Twitch icon. And then there's times where I'll have hella people watching and interacting to stream. Like, it's just one of those things where you just gotta do just if you want to. And that's what I like to do is streaming. Streaming is my therapy. That's what I use for relaxing, unwinding, and all that. Um, but so smoky. So anyway, so I was on Marble Greens because of the menthol, and then I moved to Camel Crush. It's where they actually had like a ball of menthol in the cigarette butt, so you'd actually have to bite it with your teeth or crush it with your fingers, and then a menthol would release with your inhale. Otherwise, if you didn't crush that ball, you would just be smoking just straight tobacco with no menthol. And then eventually I got tired of those, and I found out about these. I started trying. I tried like little cigars, prime times, and I love those. That's been my choice of smoking lately. Yeah, I know, and also I tend to work lately. I've been working longer than I should be. I should be going there. I should be working on average only about 8 hours. Instead, I've been working 16-hour days and shit, or like I'll wake up at like 5:30, or I'll be out of the house by 5:30 in the morning, and sometimes I don't get home till like 9 p.m. just to do it again. It's ridiculous, and I do appreciate when you stop by the streams and hang out. I know certain things I stream. You only can watch so much for. It's just like, all right, I'm done with this. And again, I just appreciate you stopping by. Showing your support. Same with Mike Bloomberg too. He was doing that. I that's there are those few that show up, and it really does. It does make a difference.
Damn, it's going a little fast.
But like,
Yeah. Oh, you're here?
what I don't, it's just again, I just mainly stream just a stream. I would like to stream, with people and have good times, but everyone's fucking busy, and I understand it. Like, I don't blame anybody because again, it's life. Everybody's working or dealing with their own shit. They only got so much that free time. Hell, even the weekends nowadays are fucking taken up. So it's only as dead as you make it to be. If you decide to fucking stream again, then it'll come back to life. You just gotta stream. That's all you gotta do.
You want a couple hot dogs?
No.
Okay.
Um.
Oh shit.
Well, there you go. Yeah, you're never busy. Then if you're never busy, then fucking stream.
He said no. He's almost killed me.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, I was trying to throw him because like Zoe was making a lot of noises in the hallway.
Oh, that's funny.
Um. Anyway, so it's been hell, and I haven't really been able to fully be myself. So I'm hoping that sometime soon I can get away from a lot of this and just have some tranquility, because it never ends. Um. So like anyways, um. Oh, sorry. Anyways, like I said, I just miss having my own privacy. I just miss having a studio.
Thanks.
There's just been a lot that has been on my mind. There's things I've been thinking about a lot. You know, damn, I'm sick. I only need two more, and then I got that achievement. There's been a lot I've been thinking of and wanting to talk about that I don't really get to really tell too much. And I know some people show up, and I can even tell. I don't know if other people pick up on it from my past streams, but my streams were missing something. I can tell they were hollow. I can tell there wasn't 100% substance. It wasn't like me. It didn't have the same energy, that same electricity, that vibe. It was just like hollow, to say the least. And pretty much what I've been talking about all the whole stream is what's been going on in my head. There's tons more that I could go on and on about, but it's just been really fucking rough for me to decompress. Like lately, it's just been work and sleep, and then on my days off, I just sleep because I'm so exhausted. Well, that's good. I mean, you do you. I never expect anybody to return to the streams. I never will be that kind of person. Like, oh man, please smash that, follow button or subscribe or like or whatever. If you like my streams and I was trying to get a schedule down, but even I couldn't fucking commit to that because I was missing something. Um, you know, if you like my streams, then you like my streams. If you don't, you don't, and I'll never, never take it personal. And it blows my mind that some people really take it personal, like they get offended if someone's like been chatting in a chat for a while, but they don't get a follow or whatever. Like it baffles me. Like that's not something you do. Some people just want to stop by. They shouldn't have to feel obligated to fucking be a fan or subscribe just to visit. Some people just check into streams. What's up, Lena? I loved the artwork that you drew. That was amazing artwork. I really do appreciate it. That really helped me figure some things out to make the character into a more full-bodied character. Because again, the most I had was just the little icon I have in the corner. But now that there's a full body, those proportions actually look like something I would use. It's nothing too outlandish, and it looks like it would fit with that person or with that body. It was really cool. I posted it into another Discord server to kind of brag because there's this one guy who's like this big ass furry, and he's always bitching on Twitter. How come all these pop furs and all these people get all this free art and they get to enter raffles and get free art just for being popular? But I never get free art. Why don't I get free art? Why don't I do this? So I did like a little tongue in cheek jab at him, and it kind of annoyed him. And I was like, look what one of the cool friends I met on the stream drew for me, and they weren't very pleased with that. And that's something I'm not a big fan of either. Uh, I have a few artists that draw stuff. There's one artist that's waiting for me to make a live 2D model because they're gonna rig it and do the skeleton so I can actually, because I used to do a lot of virtual the like the how the that Hololive the live 2D shit. I used to do that, but apparently today it needed an update and it wasn't gonna update very fast. For some fucking reason, it was gonna take 50 minutes for it to launch. I don't know why. But anyways, I got an artist for that. I have an artist that draws pictures of that character right there. I have an artist that I'm talking to that to start drawing me banners, and I want to hold a raffle in this in the not a raffle per se, but I want to hold like a little contest thingy in my server, and I wanted someone to draw like a new profile picture or something, or design a profile picture for the server, and the winner would get something. I'm still trying to figure out what, but I think like $10 in any type of format, like V-Bucks or um fucking mine coins if you're into Minecraft, Call of Duty coins, a video game on PC or Steam, Discord Nitro, something. And I want to do more of those. I just don't know how to go about it. I don't know what people want. And as far as becoming a rapper, I wish you the best of luck. Uh, and if you make it big, you make it big, and if not, hopefully you at least had fun. Something that applies to streaming too. You may never make it big. You may fucking skyrocket in popularity. You never know. Um, but yeah, there's yeah that person I mentioned before in their server. They're always negative. I just hate what I've done. I've hate my existence is merely here just to piss me off or just to make me atone for my sins. If there was a way out, it would just be too easy though. It wouldn't be right. But this person though, because they don't get free art or they don't feel valued, they're always bitching on Twitter, but they have so many followers. They have a whole Discord. All right? They have a whole server where they flirt with everybody and everybody kind of flirts back with him. But like that's never fucking enough for him. It never is. Woe is me, woe is me. No one really cares about me. No one gives me free art. And one time on Twitter, I got absolutely tired of his bullshit, and I tweeted back at him, and I was like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, people actually do like you. I see people commenting and interacting with you and shit, and you act like no one fucking cares about you. And, you know, people have given you things. I even bought you a game for your birthday. I think I spent like $30 or something on like it was like this really cheap It was like a good but cheap deal bundle thingy, or it was like I forgot what game it was, but I got him a bundle. I got him a game, and uh, he really, it was something he really wanted. I was like, here you go, happy birthday, dude. You know, thanks for being you. Happy birthday. And I like to do that for a lot of my friends. If it's their birthday, I like to get them something. Because we're not in person, all I can do is online things. So I'll buy them like a game that they wanted, or they wanted something else. Maybe some anime stickers. I'll buy them an anime sticker or some anime stickers. Something. I like to get my friends gifts. And if they're uncomfortable with it, then I won't force it. I'm not going to be like, come on, let me buy you something. Just, hey, I would like to get you a gift. No, thank you. That would make me uncomfortable. I feel weird. Then don't do it. You could probably draw him something. He'll be appreciative of it and then turn around and be like, I never get artwork from anybody. And it's stupid. So, anyways, okay, so when I called him out on his tweet and I told him that, and he was like, you know what, you're right, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. I got 2 messages from someone else, one of his friends, that messaged me saying, I don't know why the fuck he's like that. We paid his phone bill 1 month. We bought him games. We bought him things for his PC. We've bought him different things. And um he acts like still no one cares about him. And I'm like, I see. And he's proven time and time again he's going to be just like that. He's never happy. He wants to be the center of attention. He's so narcissistic. If he's not constantly validated, he's getting mad. He gets upset. And with this, it was more so like he he would always complain like all the all the pop furs, man, they get all the attention, they get all the fans, they get all the followers, they get all this, all that. But he all he does is bring negativity. Not a lot of people are gonna want to stick around with negativity. I'm still waiting for that. I hardly pop into the server anymore just because it's a big old hug box. Like I said, everyone in the server, he like flirts with them. He calls them cute, calls them this, whatever. He flirts with them, and then the people in the server, they flirt back with him. That's their thing. I'm not really knocking it. It's weird to me. It's fucking weird. To be flirting that much in public. Like I'll be like, for example, like I'll be like, hey, Feast, you're kind of handsome. I'm not gonna lie. You're a handsome dude. Or Lena, you're a pretty cool gal. I think you got some pretty cool. You got some pretty cool attitude about you. That kind of shit. You know, that's one thing. Making a little bit here and there, but his will be like a full ass screen, if not more, of just like back and forth. Like, no, you're cuter. No, you're cuter. Hugs this person, hugs them back, and some other bullshit. And it's never enough, and it's just it gets too awkward for me. I tend to avoid those kind of chats because it's just awkward. I get it if you do it in private messages. Private messages. I mean, after all, it's between you and someone else. It's really how it should be. But he flirts with the whole server, but then bitches on Twitter, and I just don't know. I don't understand it. He has people that cares about. He has people that care about him. He has like friends and fans and stuff. He probably does, but again, I'm not going to be that kind of person to knock someone like that on physical appearances. I just don't like their the way they present themselves. That's a different thing. That's the one thing I'll always judge people on is how they present themselves. I will never judge how you look. I will. I will do my best not to. I will refrain and do my best to refrain from like insulting an interest that you like, unless it actually is legally immoral or unlawful or some shit. But for the most part, I do my best to like accept people. But when you're full on negative all the time and constantly whining and moping, then that's different. For example, for me, before I get the hypocrite card pulled out on me, the difference between my whining and other people's, at least for like the especially like comparing to his is that me is I know I'm a piece of shit for the reasons that I am. It's not because I don't have enough attention. It's because of what I've done in the past that makes me feel like shit. That I still think I'm a piece of shit. That's toxic, and there's nothing I can make atone for other than losing my life for. But unfortunately, that would be too easy. So a better punishment is existing on this hellhole of living life every day. Wishing for death. You know, that's one thing. I'm not going around pretending that nobody cares about me. I'm not saying I have nobody to turn to. I have no friends. I have no family. No one follows my streams. No one does this. Like I don't do that because I know there are people that care. It's just I don't care about myself. That's where the difference lies. I don't know. I don't know how to start that at all. I mean, I would just start writing lyrics and see and go from there. But I mean, everyone has their own process, their own way. The current trend is to be rainbowed up, so put on some random colors and fucking go for it. Excuse me. So it's just that kind of stuff right there that everyone's got to understand, and something to take away from this whole stream to kind of wrap it up in one nice sum from the point going on is uh, no, it won't. He does a thing where I want to die, I don't want to live anymore. I hate life, and life does fucking suck for a lot of people. I'm not gonna dispute that one bit. Some people get a really really shit hand in life. Some people get a really good life. Some people get a really shit hand. From what I know, this is what I know. I can't assume everything, or I don't know everything about him, so I cannot be 100% on anything. But from what I've seen and, talked to him with, his life ain't hella bad, and he's got quite a pretty decent fan base on Twitter. But it'll never be enough. But I swear to God, though, as soon as he becomes like, again, quote unquote, a pop fur, I know he's gonna be just like the other furries or the popular furries. And yes, it is how you handle it. For example, for me, if I die, I die. I don't care. I'm not gonna try to kill myself. I'm done going that route. But if something happens that somehow leads to my demise, I mean I mean that's something that just happens. Oh well, I'm not really gonna fight it.
Is there more?
Like if there's what was I gonna say? So like some people say like they see a light. Like if there's a light, I'm just fucking walking to it. I'll just stroll to it. Don't matter. I don't deserve to keep on living. I'm living until I live. You know, I live until that's it. It is what it is. I'm not gonna fight to stay alive. There's not really a main point to it. All I know is, I'm here for now. When it's my time to go or if something happens, I'm not gonna fight it. I'm just gonna let it take me. The the one thing I don't understand though is I don't want to I don't want to drown. I don't want to drown. Uh I don't want to go out drowning. That shit's the worst way to go. Like, if I had to choose between lit on fire or drowning, definitely on fire. Because when you're lit on fire, that shit's gonna hurt really bad. But once your nerve endings burn off and a lot of you start losing a lot of bodily fluids and you go into septic shock, you black out, and that's it. Game over. When you're drowning, you feel everything until you're dead. You feel your body screaming for air. You feel the suffering and anguish. You feel everything until the end. So that's something I think about a lot. But yeah, there is life worth living. There are some good things in life, and I've got a lot of good stuff. I got good family. I got good friends. There's good people. I just don't see a point for me, and that's just my own personal opinion. It's not a fact. It's just my opinion. And I still wish if I can go back in time 3 years ago, I'd beat the ever living fuck out of myself. I really fucking would. I had it all. Now I'm in a fucking living room with almost nothing. I fucking ruined my own life. I don't think I'll ever really be able to make amends, to be honest. And it's always gonna haunt me every day. Every single day I think about it. Not a day goes by that I don't think about it. Sometimes I think about the good times. Sometimes I just think about the problems. And then that's another thing that people put too much pressure on us. Um, Again, I don't. I'm probably gonna stream till I go to bed, so probably not. But I mean, if I do get a chance to chat with you, I will try to at some point. I just don't do a lot of one-on-one phone calls because of I just don't know how to carry conversation. But if you want to vent to me, then that's a different story. I can try to listen as best I can. Another thing about life that I don't like is everyone always says, "Don't you have a dream? Don't you have a career? Don't you have a don't you have like something you want to do for the rest of your life?" And that's something that really bugs me. And to this day, it still bugs me to this fucking day is that people are okay with doing the same thing for the rest of their lives. Like kind of like B movie like where it's like, don't you want to have a career where you do the same shit forever? Now, I don't get me wrong, I love routine. I fucking enjoy it. Like if I can predict my day down to the minute where I'm like, "Oh, okay, at this time I know that there's people on a uh I go on break, or like if, I know this person goes on break or if I get at this time, I'll be out of there at this time." Um, you know, I love routines. I've always loved routines. But that kind of pressure to do one thing for the rest of your life is not something that's easy to sit with. I've never found like a way to be comfortable with that. I got bored of IT work. I'm already bored of trucking. I want to do other things. I want to keep learning. I want to keep doing things. I just don't I just don't have a drive anymore. I'm done. Like I'm burnt out, yo. I'm tired. There's not really much else I want to do. Honestly, I just kind of tick the time away until I'm gone. Hell, even if I somehow blew up on Twitch, doesn't really change much else. I mean, I'll get to work. I'll be able to not have to work as much, or maybe go back to working part time instead of having to work full time. And I can work more of my streams because I'll be able to, you know, make more money off of my streams. What up, Angel? Um, but it's not gonna change much. Some people are meant for greatness in this world, and some people, well, they're just meant to be. What exactly they're meant to be, I don't know. But they're meant to be something. Could it be something great? Could it be something small? No one could ever fully know. And it's not like it's ever set in stone. You can change things. Yeah. Some people are just there, just here to exist. Me, I've had it all. I had everything I could have wanted. Minus one of my dream cars, but I got one of my dream cars already, but I lost everything else. Yeah. And some people are content with that. Some people don't like that, and they just feel like that's all they can do, though. It's baffling, though. It really puts things in perspective when you can find a reason to live, but then also find a reason to die. It's very, very interesting. The only reason why I'm alive is because somehow my body refuses to give up, but I feel like that's close at hand. I feel like my days are numbered, or been cut severely. Um, I just sometimes think like, how much better would life would of how what things would have been if I wasn't abused growing up. I could have already been married by now. I legit had it all, and thanks to all my problems, I pissed it away. I pushed it away. I was so toxic, and now all I have are the bitter memories that used to be super sweet. When we first broke up, uh, fucking, I used to actually fucking have dreams. Like, that was fucked up. That really didn't help me healing. I would have like dreams about times being good or like things we were back together kind of thing. Like, I think it was like the first week after we broke up, I had a dream that we were living together again and we were smiling and laughing. I think I'd just come home from work and I like wrapped my arms around her and I hugged her from behind and she looked up at me and she gave me a kiss and I kissed her back. And we were just chatting, good old conversation, normal. And I remember like kind of like all of a sudden jumping up and like the dream was gone and that there was tears streaming down my face. I wasn't like sobbing, but the tears were coming. Exactly. It's imagine if things really could have been different. Like, imagine if people weren't abused, if people didn't get their shit kicked in, you know. Like if I wasn't abandoned when I was younger or abused, at one point I was duct tape. I got my mouth duct taped and I wasn't allowed to remove the duct tape from my mouth, otherwise I'd get beat. Um, and honestly, that fucked me up a lot because what had got me in trouble that day to get duct tape on my mouth was I was playing with my Hot Wheels too loud. I think I was like 7 or 8 years old. I was playing with my Hot Wheels, and I fucking loved Hot Wheels back then because back then they were made of metal. Like Matchbox was some cheap, shitty plastic toys, but Hot Wheels were like fucking metal. Like if you threw them at somebody, it would fucking hurt. But I loved Hot Wheels. I had like a fat collection for a kid. We were poor, But every once in a blue moon, one of my family members would buy me one Hot Wheel. They were like 99 cents at the time, and I would just fucking cherish it. Um, but I was playing too loud with my Hot Wheels, I guess, for my stepfather, and he came up one day, or he came up out of his room, didn't say a single word, just grabbed duct tape and put it on my mouth, and said if I moved it, and then after that said if I removed it, he'd beat me. I was scared, and I just remember the only part of the tape that didn't stick was the part where like a tear, rolled down. And between him, my mother was psychologically abusive to me, and I didn't really begin to even like my mother until till like maybe I was like 22 is when I started talking to my mother. And that's the kind of stuff that when people tell you that kind of shit, even at a young age, that starts sticking in your head, that really gets under your skin. They don't think it's that bad, but it manifests in a way that it really fucks with you.
Yep, do you yourself through the hotspot or the Wi-Fi?
That
Okay.
I can cancel it if your data's lagging.
No, it's all good, man. I was just wondering.
For a teen, you sound like you lived a pretty big life already there, Feast. You got a lot of stuff going on. But living in New York, I'm not surprised. My mother though, she tried to kill herself at one point, and I didn't know this at the time, but like at one point she grabbed my three other sisters and took them to their grandmother's and left me with my abusive stepdad, and that's when she attempted to go take her life by overdosing. She ended up in a hospital, but my childhood was absolute hell. I didn't have a childhood. Being poor was one thing, but just being abused and feeling alone was another. Mm, I want to say, just judging by the way you chat, the overall vibe, I want to say you're like 16, 17. That's my guess right there. I want to say you're about that range, but you could also be 22. So 16, 17, or 22 is where I'm going. Is where I'm thinking based on just my interactions with you and just getting to kind of like talk to you here and there. But yeah, and then damn. So I was very close, but not there. Um, growing up too, I was always treated like the worst child. Like my sisters could be making a mess. Like let's say they trashed their whole room, like they threw toys everywhere. They emptied their whole toy box. 15. Fuck. Not bad though, not bad. So I was close, but not there. Um, so let's say my sisters threw the toy box all over the room. Just a fucking mess of toys. I have like two toys on the floor. My mom would ground me or spank me and not tell my sisters shit. My sisters would mess with me. Um, my sisters would mess with me or kind of toy me. They were younger than me, but they would always like mess with me because I'm the older brother. And I'd get annoyed, but as soon as I'd tell them like to stop, or I'd yell like leave me alone. My mom would get all mad at me. And then growing up as a teen, when you don't have anyone to chat with, that fucking sucks. Because I used to have, because again, my stepdad, he used to be like really strong, and he used to love having a reason to ground me or beat me up for whatever reason. And nothing terrified me more than I was like 13 or 14. And granted, I'm taller than this dude. I think I was like 5'10" or so at this time, and I was like several inches taller than him. He had to look up to me when he was mad at me, but he could look at me dead in the eyes, grab me by my shirt collar, and lift me off the ground with one hand. And that shit fucking terrified me. And just the way the abuse went from him, I used to promise myself, like, when I turn 18, I'm killing him. Like, I used to be like, no matter what, I'm finding a way, I'm killing him. And though the urge to kill him is gone, I still think he should not live, you know, with what he's done or the way he is. And then with my mom, she just wasn't there for me. I had no parent really. Like when I was broken up over a girlfriend in high school, I was just feeling really shitty. I was just told to suck it up, stop being such a baby. It's just high school romance. And she's not wrong, but I just sucked. Besides my stepfather, I was the only boy, so I didn't have anybody to talk to. I didn't, me and my sisters only got along at certain points. I'm gonna say you're 14. No, my family didn't care if I cried. They were, it's like they got some sort of enjoyment if they saw some tears. Um, I got actually put in a foster care when I was like 10 because the abuse got bad enough to where I went to school the next day with a big ass handprint on my face. And uh, by law, teachers have to call that in to CPS if they notice any type of like odd bruising or any type of like injury to a child. They have to report that to CPS, Child Protective Services. So, Child Protective Services um, did an interview and asked me. They had a cop there. They took photos of my body and found more marks. And they fucking well, I can tell because the way you don't mean to flex, but the way you kind of brag about it, but also all the shit you've been through and the way you are and the way your mentality is with the thought process when I was talking to you earlier, I kind of figured you're anywhere between the age of 13 to 15 with the way you were talking. I took a 14. I said 14 because it was in the middle of those two. But that's just judging by your age. Um, but yeah, so the cops took pictures of me, saw the marks, and they told me straight up at that day right after that I was going with someone else, and they put me in a patrol car. Yeah. Um, they put me in a government car, like the Child Protective Services cars. I was in the back seat. My mom's freaking out, and the fucked up part was this was happening on one of my sister's birthdays, so it kind of fucked her up. Like she was really upset because she just sees, she's like, I was 10 at the time, so she was 7, and she just sees her big brother being put into the back of a car. Excuse me, with like a government sticker on the side of it, so she doesn't know what's going on. It's kind of scared her. And some of my family members come by and they find out what happened. And one of them was like ready to just fucking, smack the shit out of my mom for what she did. And I was in a foster care home um, for about a week or so. And I gotta say, that was like the longest, roughest week I ever had. I got bullied by one of the kids. He was like a lot bigger than me. Yeah, and I was only 10. I think he was like 16 or so. Like he would play football. He would want to play football, and if I said no, he'd like throw the football at my head. And one time I was like, okay, final play. He just tackled the fuck out of me to where I landed so hard on my back, I just started crying. I felt completely empty and alone. I cried just about every night. And then one day, CPS comes by again, and they're like, what was it? Yeah, it hits a lot different, both physically and emotionally, when it's someone that's supposed to protect you. And that's still why I wish I could die, and why I'll never be able to atone for my sins because, I hurt the one girl that actually made my life well, and I hurt her. And I'm so fucking sorry, and I regret it to this day. And I never sought help because I used to be like, that's full of bullshit, or help doesn't actually help. But look what happened. I lost the best thing that ever happened to me. I lost a home. The girl of my dreams, and a chance to be happy. And that's kind of where the "Some Sad for Emo" came from. It's just that no matter what, I'll never be happy. I met my real father though when I was 10. After they took me from the foster home, they 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 told me we're gonna take you to your father, and I was thinking it was my stepfather because at this moment or at that point, I didn't know I had a real dad. I thought my stepdad was my real dad, and they took me to this random man, and yep, it turned out that was my biological father that my mother never told me about. And then she tried to tell me, "Oh, I've told you before. I told you before," and I'm like, "No, no, you didn't. You always said that like this guy was my dad." So it's just from that point on, just growing up and being abused. I didn't have a childhood. It was like I always felt like it was my fault. I always felt like I was wrong for existing. I they're like, why was I even born? My mom didn't want me because I looked like my father, so she looked down on me. My sisters would always get like new outfits, and it would take forever before I'd get new clothes or something. And I always felt less. I never felt good enough. I was always left alone a lot too. Eventually, I learned to like being alone, but you know, it those types of things do manifest as you get older. I just want to go back 3 years. If I could just stop myself from being the way that I was 3 years ago, I'd be a lot happier, and she wouldn't be hurting so much. If she even is, I don't know how she is, because she's always been good at hiding her true hurt emotions. But I just felt so bad because she actually loved me, and she never, never gave me a reason to think that she was unfaithful or she was going to cheat on me. Not once. I've dated several other women before, and like, I couldn't really be 100% sure. I have two, so you got me beat there. One of them cost me my car. I lost my car in the accident. Um, but she was she was one of the few people in this world that actually made life actually great. She's the one that actually got me to not be antisocial growing up. Because in high school, I didn't want to talk to anybody. If I so much as made eye contact with a girl, I just fucking looked away and was so shy and embarrassed. Like I felt like I didn't deserve, I wasn't worthy to look at a girl in the eyes. Like even if it was just like as we're glancing by, like I felt like just even like a split second of just staring, was too much. She really, excuse me. Um, she really was a wonderful girl. And I treated her so badly because I had so many people down my neck and my thoughts, and I I a lot of my psychological issues, just kept me from being happy. She looked up to me. She loved me. She wanted to marry me. She wanted to build a life for me. You know, holy shit, I haven't cried in a while. That's actually an achievement. I haven't been able to cry in so long. It's been at least 2 years, if not longer, since I've been able to. I'm just so sorry. She really was something special. Surprisingly enough, streaming is what actually makes me feel better. It's because in some sort of way I pretend that she's watching. I pretend that she's listening or that she's checking up on me. Because we used to do that. We used to break up back in high school. Because we've known each other for about 12 years. Um, when we used to break up, we'd like kind of check each other's social media or something. Like back when Google Plus was a thing, me and her used to check on each other's posts or Facebook. We'd be like upset. We'd be so mad at the other person, but like we'd still want to make sure they were okay. And I've lost even that. She really was something special though. And because of the way I treated her and the way that things went, I just don't want to be with anybody else. Yeah, me and her used Google Plus since like the beginning, and before Google Hangouts was Hangouts, it was Google Talk. We used to use that too. Um, she was the girl I lost my virginity to. She was my first for a lot of things. But the main point is that she was a really wonderful person. And unfortunately, I didn't seek professional help, and all it did was lead me to this spiral. And now I've lost her because I was so goddamn toxic. I was always so upset, or I always felt like I had to be this dominant macho man. I had to be this alpha male when I could have just been happy. Those memories just make me want to die every time I remember the good times. No, I'm done with that. I my heart. I've tried. I've dated other girls after me and her broke up before in the past. Like I said, we've known each other for 12 years. There was a point where we broke up for a couple of years, or we were separate for a couple of years, but we didn't even talk. Well, I'm gonna say whatever, it's my stream and I'm gonna say whatever. I regret having the memories because I also get to remember the things I've done that caused her to run. I was just always bearing down on her, like I was just so insecure, and for some reason always felt like I had to be the leader, even though it was clear and obvious that she was the brains. She was smarter, and she was a very quick learner. Instead of letting her just be happy, I was like, you should go back to college. You should, do this. You shouldn't waste your talent or potential on truck driving. What are you doing? Instead of just letting her live her life the way she wanted. Like, I was trying to be so controlling, and again, I was very toxic. And again, it was because I needed professional help. I let a lot of people bear down on me and try to make me seem like if I wasn't like an alpha male or some shit, um, then I wasn't a person, or I wasn't like really a man, and I was so stupid, and then the voices in my head never stopped. It wasn't like demonic voices like telling me to do bad things. It was just like, so imagine like thinking one thing, like you're thinking, I wonder how ice cream would taste if they added more milk than ice. And then you had another thought of, you know, wonder if you multiply, how many times can you multiply two before you start forgetting the numbers, or forgetting the pattern, or this and that. So just imagine, uh, no, it was very manipulative because it should have been, I should have just accepted what she wanted to do because she's an adult. And I should have just let her do what she wanted to do. She really wanted to be a truck driver with me. She got really excited to team drive with me, and then what happened? I made it into a nightmare for her. Because I always told her, like, dude, we need to get the hell out of here. We need to get better jobs, we need to do this. But she was happy being a truck driver. Hell, I think she still is happy being a truck driver. She still works in the same company. We used to work, I mean, obviously, we used to work in the same company, but I left because I couldn't take it anymore. Because I was scared to run into her. And we've basically ran into each other at one point. All right, you have a good one. Have a good vape session, whatnot. But in reality, I just should have just let her be herself. But instead, I just wanted to control everything. I couldn't just be happy. And now, guess what? I don't get to be happy anymore. I don't deserve to be happy. And I don't think she'll ever forgive me. And that will always burn deep inside my soul. As emo as it sounds, that's just how I feel. So, I hope that someday there's something I can do to always make amends. But again, she's pretty much cut me out of her life. I don't blame her one bit. I wish her nothing but the best. She already hit affiliate on Twitch. I wish I could have congratulated her personally, but you know, she's she's doing good. I'm happy for her. She has great friends. And here I am. Tomorrow the stream should be a lot more happier, but today I just had a lot on my mind that I really wanted to get out there. I haven't had a good heart to heart talk with people in a while, so I wanted to get it out there. I do need to fix the streams still and get channels sorted, but you know, I worry about it because I used to do this a lot, and lately I haven't been able to put my full heart or energy into my streams, and I can feel it like it's not as fun. And when it stops becoming fun, I stop, enjoying it. All I can say though is just that there's nothing I can do but carry on every day. You know, streaming has become my therapy since COVID, and I'm taking my medication, and I'm doing my best to stop being that kind of person. If I could, if there was a technology for me to go back in time to change it all around, I would. No second thoughts. I would slap the shit out of myself and tell her, look, dude, you need to stop, cuddle her, and cherish her, but give her her space. Give her all the hugs and cuddles she wants. Because trust me, bro, at this point in life, you're not happy. So yeah, every day is just a great day. I think about her a lot and I hope that she's okay. But that's all I can do is just hope. I've given up on, being obsessed. I've given up on all that shit. Just praying now. Even to a God I don't fully believe in. I just pray. I pray that she finds happiness. And I pray that she gets everything she wants in life. She used to be my best friend too. Besides being my girlfriend, she really was like my best friend. Like, she was always down to do a lot of the shit I wanted to do. Anytime I wanted to eat somewhere, she wanted to eat somewhere. We used to go on date nights. We used to have game nights at the apartments. So every Tuesday night after my shift at work, because we worked at the same job, I managed to get her a job at the same place I worked at the time. And so she was a delivery driver, and I worked in the kitchen. It was a pizza place, a local pizza joint. And anyway, she would have Tuesdays and Wednesdays off, and I would have Wednesdays and Thursdays off. So on Tuesday, she'd have the house to herself. She'd be vibing, sleep in, play games, fuck around, do whatever. And then after work, I would come home, I would shower, because I'd be covered in dough and flour, because I'd be the dough roller for the day. And we would go out somewhere on a date. Tuesday nights were always date nights. And then Wednesday nights were game nights. So we invite all our friends, a bunch of our friends over, and I had a deep fryer, and I fucking love my deep fryer. I miss my deep fryer. I used to love deep frying. I used to go to Costco and just get a bunch of fucking mozzarella sticks, deep fry those, deep fry corn dogs, burritos, potato wedges, french fries, onion rings. I just loved my deep fryer. And I would always make some good, snacks for us all to eat. We'd have sodas, beverages, everything. I really miss those days. Like I heard myself smiling. It was fucking amazing. Hell, she knew I didn't like drinking, so she would drink and I wouldn't, but she wouldn't judge me for it or look down on me. She was just like, I'm gonna drink me a Heineken. Here, I got you a root beer. And I'd have like the glass bottle root beer, so that shit was amazing. It was like gourmet root beer. And we would just like clink the bottles together and just watch TV. Times were simpler back then. Things really changed when we became truckers. Things should have been a lot easier, but nope. I made it so much worse. I made it a nightmare for both of us. I'll never get her back. Anyways, I better wrap this up. I've been streaming for almost 3 hours now. It started as a random stream, which is why it's called Ramblin Man, and I successfully have done that for almost 3 hours. I haven't played a game at all, but yet I've managed to actually chat. So this did feel kind of good. Um, but yeah, I should wrap this up though, but I do hope that I can keep working on the other channels. Some annoyed free emo got used today as well. That's gonna be like my not really a podcast channel, but a channel where I just go to chat or complain about things. So kind of like a podcast, but I don't want to call it a podcast because it would be stupid. It's all right. The beginning was me actually rambling on about random stuff. Then I got really depressed, but it was just like me telling a couple stories from the past, some weird shit. One of my ex best friends now on a sex offender list, and I'll never, well, none of us ever talk, we'll ever talk to him again, and just other shit like that. But that felt good though. I feel a lot better. I actually cried. I didn't think I was still capable of doing that, so that was good. Um, but I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. If I have an easy day, hey, what up? You showed up right as I was getting ready to leave. Basically, cried it all out. Um, Tomorrow's Friday though, so if I'm sorry. I do gotta get I do gotta sleep for work. I got work tomorrow. I gotta be up by 5. It's already almost 11. Or no, it is 11. And tomorrow's Friday, so hopefully I can have some fun, maybe a fun idea to stream or do something funny, something fun, fuck around maybe. I haven't done any YouTube video streams in a while where people would send me links and I just watch them on stream and just be like, what the fuck? Or, just see some cool shit. So, there's something. I'll figure that out. I was supposed to do Waifu Wednesday and I was going to play Doki Doki Literature Club or at least start it again. This time in HD instead of fucking 10 pixels like when I first started to stream because I didn't know any better. So, in due time though, I'll be in a Discord fucking around with certain settings. So, if you still want to chat there or whatever, I'll be there. Um, the boys had to cancel. That's not good. Well, I'm wrapping up anyway, so I'll be taking off right now. So there's a lot of stuff coming up in the works. I'm not going to be doing this sad chatting or I'll do rambling quite a bit, but I won't do like a lot of sad stuff. Usually I just ramble about random shit like different animes, like certain weird things in life in general, shitty drivers, stuff like that. So, in due time. Uh, so, we're gonna get that all sorted. I really gotta go to the restroom. So, you guys all take care. Yeah. Tomorrow, I hope to stream a lot sooner. Hopefully, I have an easy day at the ports. And I will catch all of y'all beautiful people later. So, you guys, Luna, that's not a bad idea. I might do that. Well, there's a lot of stuff I could ramble about, and that's what I want to do. That's what I want to start picking topics and just fucking going with it. So, in due time, y'all have a good night or a good day, depending on what part of the world you're at. Take it easy. Stay up to date with all the shit I do. If you want to see all the depressing shit in my mind, follow my Twitter. You want to, just chat with other people in the stream from the streams. Um, Discord. All the links are on my Twitch page, so if you want any certain social medias, you can click on them and they'll take you straight to them. My Instagram, Facebook page, used to be a Mixer, that's gone. So I'll be back. We'll get some fun times going. I look forward to playing games with y'all, having some good times, having some laughs, fucking side-splitting laughs. I'm looking forward to it. Um, so we'll be back tomorrow. I will do my best to be streaming tomorrow. We're gonna have some fun shit going on. So take care, and talk to y'all later. Bye. Shit. mic down there. It actually went nicer than I expected. So, that's always good. Oh, I gotta stretch.